Welcome along everybody to Apex Racing TV once again here on Tuesday evening for the BSR MX5 Showdown, and it's almost reaching its conclusion. We've just got 2 meetings to go here at Road America and next week at the Daytona International Circuit in the United States. Good evening everybody, I'm Andrew Woodhouse alongside Adam Bath and iRacing Road Pro Series and Blancpain World Championship driver Alex Simpson. And Alex, well, after that long introduction, I think you're the one to go to first. We were here at Road America last night as well, weren't we? And saw a great race, and I'm sure we'll see that again here for the Masters.
Yeah, I'm sure this will be like chalk and cheese compared to what we saw last night, but it's still going to be, a fun meeting, that's for sure. Road America, obviously, 3 really long straightaway sections, so lots of slipstreaming going to happen here. Some great opportunities for overtaking down into turn 1, turn 5, and then Canada corner. So going to be some great racing. The only thing I think we need to watch out for is there's not an awful lot of room in some of these straights. So the first one, if there's any kind of contact going down there with a lot of squeezing, it could cause carnage because you're just going to ricochet off of the solid concrete walls there. And the same going into Canada corner. So through the kink, I think we've seen some big ones there in the past, even in the Kia. So I get a feeling we might see an almighty one tonight.
Adam, a brilliant lap by Imi Ayres to go onto pole position, and but for me it's going to be Brian Holmes. I think he's going to have the advantage because he's already got the experience from a 1 hour race just this morning.
It'll be a double-edged sword. Yeah, he's got the experience of racing at this track very recently, but the disadvantage is that it was at 2 o'clock in the morning, and tiredness could be a factor. I don't know how much sleep he got after the event, but it should be able to factor it into it somehow, because we did see a lot of slipstreaming, and it was a very tactical race, wasn't it, last night in the Ritmatech Sports Car Series race. So
as Alex said, I don't think we're going to get that today somehow.
No,
I think
it could be a survival.
The tactics are going to be out the window.
Well, you barely get any time to enforce your tactics, really, because it's only a 15-minute sprint.
That's true. It's about 6 to 7 laps around here. That's not a long way. And look how many people have penalties from last week, dear me.
Oh dear. Well, we'll get into them in a minute. 24 cars have set times, and it is a 43 car entry list. So that is just under half of the field have got penalties, and they'll all get jumbled around in a minute, because if you don't set a time on iRacing in a qualifying session, and a whole load of you don't, then you get sorted based on your iRating. So if you are AD King, you're going to be starting at the back because your iRating is only 502. But if your iRating is someone like Drees Nice, which is a very nice 5,678, then you are going to be starting at the top end of the back of the grid, people.
Impressive iRating, isn't it, Alex, for Drees Nice? And but it's not necessarily an impressive starting position because of whatever's gone on in previous races. So he'll be looking to move up from there, of course.
Yeah, none too shabby at all. Anyone in the 5,000s has worked quite hard on that, and so that's why he gets the reward of jumping all ahead of those guys behind. But yeah, it's like a mid-pack start, really, isn't it? Considering you got a qualifying penalty, it's not that bad.
Not bad. It's not bad at all, really, for Drees. And I don't know if you could take us through at least some of the starting grid for this race at Road America.
Okay, so Jamie Estert starts on the pole position. He is currently sitting in 10th place in the standings, so a win today could get him up there going into the final race meeting of the season. Brian Holmes second, Stelian Chapelewski third, Steve Hefford fourth, Josh Thompson starting in fifth, with Adam McNally starting in sixth, Johnny Brandon starting in seventh, and then Lorne Murray in eighth, Adam Hedgecock ninth, and Nick McCarron rounding out the top 10. Then we've got Joe McDonald 11th, Max Wright 12th, Stuart Atkinson 13th, Jack McIntyre, the championship leader, starting in 14th place, Lee Berridge in 15th, Kip Stevens 16th, 17th Daniel McCauley, 18th Lee Deemer, 19th Andrew Whitehead, and 20th is Mark King, with Forstein Helgerson starting in 21st, 22nd starting Michael Barry, 23rd David Ayres, 24th is Carl Hardy, and then all the cars that didn't set times due to penalties. Drees Nice starting in 25th, Alex Walensky 26th, we've got John Roberts there in 28th place, we've got PT David Waldock there as well, and here come the lights.
Okay then, who's going to shine bright here at Road America? Green light is on. What a good start by Brian Holmes. He nailed that. It was a rolling start in the Ritmatech this morning, but nails the standing start there, and he's going to be leading into turn 1, or is he? Because up the middle comes Stelian Chepelevsky, and we know exactly how good he is. Holmes is going to have to get his elbows out, as he was at the end of the race last night, and going round the outside. All going to kick off, I think, Alex, into turn 3 at the bottom of the hill. I think that's where it's going to be interesting on that one.
Yeah, I'm sure. There's a lot of room, isn't there, through the first couple of corners. It narrows down in towards turn 3, so let's keep an eye out for that one.
We've seen some almighty smashes down this straight before as well. And, Steve Hefford having an almighty look on Stelian Chepelevsky, and pole sitter Jamie Ayres down to 4th, and he was on the grass going into this corner here at the end of the straight. Look at the 5 of them. A little bit of a contact between Holmes and Thompson. Look at this, 2 by 2 by 2. Chepelevsky on the inside. Hefford almost left the door open, but then closes it well. Oh, Chepelevsky getting out of shape, and he hits Brian Holmes. Holmes comes back on. Still alongside, but here comes Ayres using that speed that got him pole position. He's trying to find a way past the Bulgarian driver, and is he going to launch one up the inside into turn 6? And he doesn't. Then into the carousel.
Been a really
long right-hander, Adam, yes.
Been a really bad last few corners for Brian Holmes there. He's dropped down to 6th position now after being in the lead before we went into turn 3. So not gone at all well there, that opening lap, but good start by Josh Thompson and Johnny Brandon. Thompson now trying to apply the pressure to Jamie Ayres as we go through the kink. Now you really don't want to have a crash here.
No, and 6th position now for Brian Holmes, as you mentioned, and down from 2nd on the grid. Jamie Ayres also down, like I mentioned, to 3rd. Josh Thompson's trying to relieve him of 3rd, and he has. Thompson going through in Canada corner, so Ayres the pole sitter down to 4th, and then behind them is the Johnny Brandon, car number 30, making good progress in the early going. In terms of we'll see if there's anybody out of the race yet after the first lap. Long lap here at Road America as well, 2.5 minutes. Going to have a pretty much a dead heat of the line as Chepelevsky versus Hefford as they go to battle.
Walensky really shut the door on Hefford straight away when he pulled clear. Now Josh Thompson fancy 2nd place here going into turn 1. Up the inside, he's late on the brakes and he's through, and it looks like Jamie Ayres is going to follow him through as well. So Hefford goes from the lead down to 4th in a straight.
Can we go as far to say, Alex, that it's impossible to break away on this track? It's close, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I think if the people behind have a really hard battle for a few corners, then maybe there's some spinners.
Davis.
Spinning, My Little Pony car, Nathan Davis.
Davis facing the wrong way.
You see if he got hit.
Might be a little hoarse from the shouting, maybe.
Oh, he did get hit by Dries Nice.
Yeah.
Not very nice, is it?
Robert Lundgren with damage as well. I think he's the only other one out there who's had a problem. Don't think Alex Smolensky took the start. I don't think Matt Bacon took the start either. So,
Thompson leads. Josh Thompson has taken the lead. We'll see how long it's for, because we've seen so far tonight, if you lead at any point in this race, it doesn't seem to last for very long. Chepelevsky now in 2nd. Battle between... Oh no, Dries Nice is out. So it looks like instant karma is going to get you. And got him in the pits.
Yeah. So again, Dries Nice, 5,700 iRating or whatever it was. It hasn't helped him on this occasion. Thompson, then Cheppy, then Hefford, then Ayres, Brandon and Holmes. That's the top 6, and then it's McNally, the Youth Energy car, Murray, McCarran, McIntyre, Atkinson. So quite a good group developing here, and I'm pleasantly surprised actually, Alex, with the fact that nobody seems to have hit each other really very much at the yet, at least at the front of the grid.
That's it. The first race is usually pretty good. And again, although we've just lost Bibby, I think. Yeah, Bibby around on the exit of the kink.
Oh
there.
yeah, ended up a long way down the straight there, hasn't he? Lewis Bibby. He's crabbing. So he'll have to come into the pits. He will get He won't get a fast repair. Oh, crash. Canada corner, and it's
King?
Lord Barner, and it's also King, yes.
Yeah, AD King. So we've got King and Lord both involved in issues.
Well, King went wide, and then Barner comes flying in, and Bosch into the side of car number 94. Let's have a look at it again. King went for a move. It's just one of those, isn't it? King went for a move on the Nathan Davis, and then Barner just came in, and King was just there. Really, nothing either of them could do. They both tried to avoid it. A racing incident.
Back with the leaders. Chepelevsky now has the advantage, but Josh Thompson's going to try and take it back. They've gone under the Cheese Bridge and on their way into turn 3 or turn 5. Well, not really turn 5, is it? But here we go on the brakes. Chepelevsky on the inside.
5. Dear me. Maybe if you're driving an 18-wheeler, it might be turn 5, but even then, I think it's got enough grip that you can just ignore those kinks. A bit silly, isn't it? I really don't know why they do it. That's my customary rant about that for the race. Over.
Oh, Holmes.
Thompson.
Brian Holmes and Jamie Ayres. Yeah, sorry, 2 wide going through turn 5 there, going into turn 6.
Yeah, the actual upper turn 5 and turn 6, what it should be at least. Anyway, contact. Ayres pitches Holmes around. Holmes into the wall. And he'll want to go home after that, I think, because that was just a bit clumsy out there.
First quarter panel of the day.
Oh, Thompson very nearly went all the way off on the exit of the carousel. Pushing hard, Josh Thompson.
Brian Holmes got going in the end. No, the car's wrecked. He's towed it back. So that will be done. Well, day over for him. No fast repair in the BSR MX5 Showdown as Hefford now takes the lead into Canada corner.
Biggest mover so far is Adam Delmont. He's up by 12 positions from 35th to 23rd. In fact, Chris Danes just behind him has made the same improvement. Gains for Danes.
Robert Lundgren is out of the race. He crashed. He's just had a crash on his own and had to tow back to the pits.
I think he had a crash earlier on as well. Something happened. The front of AD King's car has gone.
Here comes Hefford over the top of the hill. We are just halfway through the race now. We've got 7 minutes to go here in this 15-minute opening race here. Chepelevsky.
Alex Thompson not able to cover the inside there that time.
No, and Stellion and Hefford almost working together, aren't they, to get to the inside?
Chepelevsky will be looking to get to the outside here for one.
Give him a nice push. We saw something similar in the Ritmatek, I think, earlier on. The push helping somebody into the first corner. They helped Pasquale Iannucci get the lead. That's what happened on the first lap of the race. And it looks like the same push has helped Hefford get the lead off Chepelevsky.
Yeah, that was another Mike Dam masterclass as well. We've become accustomed to this season. And we've also become accustomed to Steve Hefford putting in some very strong performances in this Mazda MX-5. And that is indeed what he's doing at the moment. But he's under pressure from Stellion Chepelevsky. Chepelevsky late on the brakes. And he doesn't make the corner. He locked up or understeered wide or something because it was not the line he wanted to take. That Thompson through, and here comes Johnny Brandon into third position.
Oh, and
off goes Hefford. Oh, and he almost loses the rear. What a good save that is by Hefford. And Alex, a hairy moment for him.
Yeah, and still there, still fighting. That's what matters for him. But yeah, got about a second and a bit to catch back up to the leaders now.
Tyres will be a bit second-hand after that as well, I think, because he just found out going into the left-hander. And the big right-hander at the carousel. Look how the cars are leaning over. He'll be punishing that tyre on the outside left, Adam.
Thankfully, these guys won't have to worry about tyres too much, unlike last night where we were really having to worry about the left side tyres. But here we go through the kink. I'm sure we'll get a big one somewhere at this point as Thompson and Chepelevsky get very close for comfort there.
And Johnny Brandon now sees an opportunity to wrestle the lead away from these two. But he can't quite. They're blocking the road. They're entitled to do, of course, when they're battling.
Thompson gave Chepelevsky just enough space there going on the exit Canada corner. Now we're going to go into Bill Mitchell. Ben and Chepelevsky is the inside. Johnny Brandon has had a fantastic lap. He's gone from fighting for fifth. He's gone to find for the lead as Thompson goes back up the inside.
The inside, but not the best exit. I think he needed to compromise that slightly to get a good run down the straight, because it's up the straight, isn't it? Let's be honest. Up this hill. Sort of reminiscent of the hill at Kota, Alex, in terms of possibly how steep it is.
Yeah, I think you're right. Actually, probably is. It is really severe.
Don't necessarily want to walk up there.
Yeah, no.
Rather be driven or carried up there, I think. It's a lot more comfortable. Just reminds me of when they tried to. Was it Johnny Herbert and someone else who tried to cycle up the hill at Kota a couple of years ago? I can't remember.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah,
they had fun coverage, and they just showed just how difficult it was, really.
And Simon Lazenby fell off in the end.
Oh dear! Here comes Johnny Brandon. Oh, we're going to go 3 wide. Thompson's not giving him the space. This is going to be it. We're going to see the big one. And Thompson somehow, well, it's not the big one. It's just a in the end, it just turns into a single car crash and damage for Thompson.
Well, know your enemy. And if you're going to go up the inside of Josh Thompson when there's no space, you're going to face retribution. And yeah, I think Johnny Brandon should have known better there.
Can't squeeze it though, really, like that, can he? Both of them should know better, I think, on that one.
Josh is out though, unfortunately.
He's suffering today. Suffering with the serious damage, of course. Make a bit of a joke, but not the way he wants his race to end. Andrew Whitehead having a look at his teammate Lee Berridge. Whitehead is in 16th place. Not been the best week for him, Adam, this last 7 days, but however, good week for his team.
Gone pretty well, hasn't it, really? As Rizzo just in front is putting an overtake there on Joe McDonald to get on the order. Going through the kink.
There was a bit of controversy at Interlagos last week, Alex, and hasn't fully died down yet, but I think in general, Boosted Motorsport are performing very well.
Yeah, it will do. These things, they take a week or so, don't they? Not quite there.
Or a few weeks in some cases.
A few years.
Speaking of which, here comes Joe McDonald on Rizzo. Oh no.
And off goes Joe McDonald.
Rizzo sends McDonald into the weeds.
He's going to get freight trade.
EI off, I think, in the end. Thompson's still going, by the way. Seems to have got back up to speed.
In 25th place now. That will serve him good if there's a very small reverse grid.
I wonder if he had a slowdown, you know, Thompson.
Just needed to serve it. Oh, something going on ahead.
Deemer.
Here's some contact.
Lee Deemer, is it?
Here's some smoke.
Yeah, Lee Deemer got... Oh, he turned in.
Punted, didn't he?
Atkinson was there, managed to correct it pretty easily and carry on his way. I think it was Atkinson.
And is that McNally? Who's that in the Youth Energy car? 68. Oh, that is Deemer.
There is Deemer.
Oh, and he chops off Rizzo there. Bit brave.
Watching the replay back, yeah, just turned in a little bit and there wasn't quite enough room.
One person that has emerged with a few laps to go here is Adam McNally. Up the inside of him goes Jamie Ayres, though. Adam McNally coming on strong in the closing stages. Same for Jack Mackinson.
No.
Oh, because of the commentator. There we go.
That's a good one, Adam. Almost one of the best we've done.
who was that, sorry?
Adam McNally.
Oh dear, I wasn't even watching that. I was watching his teammate, Lee Deemer. Getting close and personal with Andrew Whitehead. Oh, and it's
McIntyre having a good fight here as well. This is going to be, of course, the last lap.
Jamie Ayres again, that's the second car he's turned in this race.
30 seconds to go.
Oh, yeah. And Whitehead hits Deemer.
2 cars then to fight for the lead with just half a lap to go. Chepelevsky versus Steve Hefford going through the kink. It'll be one of these two that are going to take the win unless they take each other out.
I think Canada corners where you've got to get it done. You've just got to chance it with the final straight, to be honest. He's not going to bother. He's going to wait for the straight. Not sure whether he's just signed his own death warrant there, Hefford, in terms of getting the race victory. We'll see. Because we know that you can get that slipstream up the hill in this Mazda MX-5, but he's really got to nail these final 2 corners.
Yeah, we saw it just last night, didn't we? As Rob Hartley got the slipstream and won by a 10,000th of a second.
He doesn't nail it, but he might just have enough. It's going to be very close. Up to the line. Is it going to be Chepelevsky? Is it going to be Hefford? I think it's going to be Chepelevsky. He's just about got enough here. And that was a missed opportunity for Steve Hefford. But Stelian Chepelevsky, he didn't miss a thing. He won.
Very close behind. That's got to have been like less than a 10th of a second.
Yeah, it was just Jack McIntyre that pipped Jamie Ayres to that final spot on the podium.
Oh, look at all this. Further down. In fact, it's all broken up, hasn't it, over the last couple of laps down there. Oh, Van Gool, Verke, Broughton, Grant. Very close. Thompson, Davies. No, Davies and Waldock were close. Thompson dropped all the way off that. Surprised either. And in fact, Roberts got ahead of Waldock on the final lap. That's good driving by John.
Paul McNally's limping round. What can I say, Adam? I was bigging him up and then he crashed. Well, maybe he got a hit. I didn't actually see it, but
he got hit by Jamie Ayres.
Yeah,
I think so. Like I say, that's happened twice in that race for Ayres. Oh, McNally spins. He spins it.
Keep it out of the wall.
Just gonna, yeah. Oh, he's really struggling. I think he's not going to lose any more places though. In fact, yeah, he's going to come across in 31st.
Yeah, I don't think Jörg Dankert's going to get to him in time. Jörg's just coming through the kink now, so...
He's a lap down as Jörg, I think.
Yes.
I'm not sure how. We didn't see it on the camera.
You've been in the pits for a good 4 minutes, so...
Good to have Jörg Dankert back, actually, on Apex Racing TV, because it's been a while, I think, since he's been featured here.
Yeah, he's always featured in the chat, isn't he? But
yeah, I know he does the BSR MX5 Cup
on the Sunday night. Yeah.
Yes. He's having issues there. He's got severe damage. I don't know what happened to his car. German driver. Going to get across the line eventually, I think.
Looks like he may have. Looks like damage. Yeah, looks like maybe even actually started in the pit lane because. Oh no! I've just come across why he's a few laps down.
Go on.
I think I have anyway. Just having a look for you now. On lap 3, he's in the middle of a pack. Going through the carousel, now into the kink. Expecting something's happened any minute. Oh dear. He's not going to be too happy with that. But basically what happened was he was in a 4-car scrap going into the final corner. And he runs wide, goes onto the grass and the gravel. The car's bouncing around, and just the concrete wall that's alongside the outside of the circuit just slides into that, and then the car's got heavy damage. And yeah, that's why he finished 2 laps down in the end.
Sometimes the small hits can be the ones that are the most serious, right? Yeah, Adam, if you could take us through the classification then.
Right, Stelian Chepelevsky takes the win then. Steve Hefford finishing in 2nd place. Jack McIntyre going from 14th to 3rd, highlighting why he sat at the top of the championship standings. 4th place for Jamie Ayres. Lorne Murray finishing in 5th. 6th for Nick McCarron. Daniel McCauley finishing in 7th. 8th Stuart Atkinson. 9th Max Wright. And 10th Lee Deemer. Remarkably, for an opening race, cars that started inside the top 10 that finished there, we only had 4. Only had 4 of them. 11th, Andrew Whitehead. 12th, Cesare Rizzo. Then we've got Lee Berridge and Adam Hedgecock in 13th and 14th. Anwar Smith, 15th. Adam Delmont in 16th. The highest Adam, unfortunately. Kip Stevens in 17th. 18th, Kip Stevens. 19th, Mark King. Chris Daines 19th and Joe McDonald 20th. Roy Verke 21st. Peter Van Gool 22nd. Adam Broughton Grant 23rd. Nathan Davis 24th. John Roberts in 25th. David Waldock in 26th. 27th for Craig Jones, David Ayres in 28th. Then Josh Thompson, who collided with Johnny Brandon, finishing in 29th place, and allowed Barner finishing in 30th. 31st, Adam McNally. Sorry, Adam, he was up in 3rd place. I was getting him on for the win, and then Jamie Ayres decided to scupper that. And then, because of 1 lap down or more, Johnny Brandon 1 lap down along with Jörg Dankert. We've got Carl Hardy down there as well. He'll be the car on the pole. We get a full. And it's Michael Barry 2 laps down, and Brian Holmes 4 laps down along with Thorstein Helgeson. Dries Nice 5 laps down, he was out early on, along with Lewis Bibby and AD King. And Alex Walensky and Matt Bacon, they didn't take the start of the race.
All right, thanks for that, Adam. I think more people finished that one than I possibly expected, but quite a lot of walking wounded out there. Alex, who's going to be jumping for joy in terms of getting on the front row?
Yeah, let's give it a spin, and we will find out.
Who's going for gold? Game show.
It could be 26. It's very close, but it is just a full.
Well, that
just a full. So that's
Carl Hardy. Yeah, that's Carl Hardy on the pole position for race 2. Jörg Danker 2nd. Johnny Brandon 3rd. Adam McNally going to be up there in 4th. Car 4 in 4th. And Loud Barner starting in 5th position for race 2.
Just a quick fact about going for gold. Actually, the theme music, Hans Zimmer did that. There you go. But you didn't know that. Right. Thank you for watching race 1 here in the BSR MX5 Showdown. On to the last 3 races of the night then, when we come back after this commercial break.
I can't believe the night lay waste to all we'd given. But honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living. But we could run from Elysium and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know that nothing lasts forever.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made, 56 slides in at a 4, who's gonna be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Road America, and we're going down to the grid in the BSR MX5 Showdown. So I'm going to hand you over to Adam Bath, who's going to read it to you.
Hey, are you sitting comfortably? Carl Hardy starts on the pole position, Jörg Dankert starting in second, Johnny Brandon third, Adam McNally starting in fourth position, Loud Barner starting in fifth, then Josh Thompson sixth, seventh David Ayres, eighth Craig Jones, ninth PC David Waldock, and 10th John Roberts, 11th Nathan Davis, 12th Adam Broughton Grant, then Peter Van Gorlen 13th, Roy Verke 14th, Joe McDonald starting in 15th with Chris Dane 16th, 17th Mark King, 18th Kip Stevens, 19th Adam Delmont, and Anwar Smith in 20th. See if we can get the rest of them done. Adam Hedgecock 21st, 22nd Lee Berridge, 23rd Cesario Rizzo, Andrew Whitehead starting in 24th, Dima 25th, Max Schreiss in 26th, Stuart Atkinson 27th, and then Daniel McCauley, Nick McCarron and Lorne Murray in 30th. And then the rest of the grid is made up of Jamie Ayres, Jack McIntyre, Steve Hefford, Stenning Chapelewski, Michael Barry, Brian Holmes, Robert Lundgren, Thorstein Helgerson, Lewis Bibby. Starting at the back in 40th place is AD King.
Very good. And now, we're about ready for the start of race 2 here at Road America. Oh, is that a little jump forward by Hardy? I think he might have jumped the start there. I think he might have just moved forward slightly. Either way, he got a terrible getaway. And Jörg Dankert then leading into the first corner. What's he going to do with this lead, Jörg Dankert?
Really, I think he might have jumped the start, you know. Yeah, Carl Hardy, looking back at it, it was just the slightest of moves, but that is enough.
Good start by Dankert, then he's going to try and get the gap up. But Johnny Brandon in second position. Now, something happened to Johnny Brandon in the previous race.
Yeah, he collided with Thompson on the back on this very straight.
Of course he did. Oh dear. Yeah, of course he did. But now he's going to go through into the lead. Johnny Brandon Dolly into turn 3 here.
This time without flying off into the wall.
Oh! Here we go. He's going to be hit. He is hit by McNally. He's hit by Thompson. Can't manage to get past Dankert, who's just out of trouble, I think. Somebody's off. It's Lord Barner. Going back onto the course in front of Hefford. That's McDonald. Sorry, I can hear Crash.
Dima.
It's King.
That's King.
Mark King. Into the grass, not the snooker player, but he's on the green baize out there.
He's pocketed the wall.
He's pocketed a hell of a lot of losses of position. And Chris Danes, Adam Broughton Grant, Craig Jones, 3 yellow cars battling through the carousel.
Oh, we've got quite a big
Hefford.
crash down as the at the sausage bridge.
Sausage Bridge.
What's happened here then? Right, Stuart Atkinson's gone off. Oh, and he just comes back on and collects but basically 3 Team Momo cars.
Yeah, they're all having a ball down there, it looks like. Oh dear.
You a crash.
Oh,
that was another bad snooker punt.
You're right. That's like a strike, isn't it? It's like,
oh dear.
Down there.
Something's happened to Lewis Bibby as well. He went off onto the bend section, and
yeah, he's towed back. Yeah,
back to the pits. I don't know why his car looks completely undamaged.
Well, from winning at Snetterton last night to towing here in the Mazda.
Yep. But at least he wasn't clamped.
A bit further back, I think.
Roy Verke. Oh, into the pits goes he. So that could be a jump start for the Belgian.
Looks like that Hardy's got away with it. He's carrying on across the line to complete the lap.
Well, he may have 3 laps to serve it though, Adam, so he might just be deciding to go as far as he can, but to be honest, the longer he waits, I think the worse it's going to be for him.
Bibby hit the wall hard, so I'm not surprised actually. Looks like there was contact from behind.
Right, Thompson v Brandon, take 2. Thompson's got the lead.
Oh, I don't like the sound of this.
But Brandon wants it back, and Adam McNally, who was cruelly taken out at the end of race 1. He's in with a shout of this as well.
Right. Then.
Here we go.
It's going to be exactly the same. Is he going to leave him exactly the same amount of room? No, a bit more. As soon as Thompson opens the door, though, I reckon he's going to be up the inside. Thompson does not do that. He does not open the door for Johnny Brandon.
Oh, Robert Lundgren's out the race.
Oh, Brandon nearly loses it. Thompson nearly went wide, so Both of them struggling to hang on to that MX5. McNally's just sat there waiting just to see if anything happens between the front two.
I wonder if Eddie King may have been involved as well, because he's towed back as well. Carl Hardy went off at turn 3, so he's dropped down a whole load of positions, down to 17th.
Right in the middle of this battle between some boosted cars in there. That's Lee Berridge and Dan McCauley and Deemer and McIntyre's in there as well. Championship leader Jack McIntyre. Where did he finish in race 1 then?
He had a good result. He finished about 4th. Yeah, he got third. He got third at the end of race 1. As here comes up the inside, Johnny Brandon. Ooh.
Thompson sliding the car, drifting through the carousel. Alex, no fear at all.
Yeah, we're just looking a little further back, so we missed that unfortunately. But giving it large, he doesn't care, does he?
McNally through into second place. Try and tag along to Johnny Brandon, I think. Not get passed by Thompson, because that will hold them both up.
I think we just lost A.D. King and Robert Lundgren as well.
Yeah, they both towed back to the pits. Okay, we had a look back now for
Was that with each other? I think it will have been, won't it? They were 1/10 of a second apart.
I'll just quickly have a look back. It's the second race now where the beige car has had to tow to the pits. Oh, it was on the front straight. Yeah, basically they were wheel to wheel down the front straight. Oh, that. Oh, I don't know what was going on there. Something may have kicked off.
Oh dear. Doesn't sound good, does it?
Lundgren did move across, down the front straight. Don't know why.
Meanwhile, McNally and Thompson closing in on Brandon.
Remember?
The inside goes Thompson into turn 1.
Oh yeah.
Nice move.
Remember Augusto
wide.
Arthur's doing that, as here comes Ella McNally. McNally having a little look at the inside there into turn 2. No way through.
He wants to set him up for the bottom of the hill here. And that's a good exit, Alex. It's going to make a good slipstream down here. Under the cheese bridge. Is he going to breeze past him?
Could be 3 wide here. Brandon's getting a good run. He's thinking about it.
Or is McNally going to grate them apart?
Oh. That's a great move by Thompson. Johnny Brandon into second place then.
No one's getting darily dunkered here.
Well, who's going to be the Grand Fromage at the end of this? And who's just going to be Welsh Raven? We're going to find out any moment now. Any moment now, we've got a few laps left.
He's going to be rolling down the hill like a baby belt as they go into under the sausage bridge here. And now through the carousel.
Well, the sausage bridge is going to be the wiener of this race. That's awful.
And on that note, on the way to the kink then, Thompson has the advantage, 0.2 of a second. Peter Van Gool put the fastest lap of the race, by the way, on that last lap. He's 3 seconds off this fighting trio. But if he continues at that pace, he could be there soon.
The start to battle, he's going to be there. Oh, and Thompson moves across. Brandon overlaps him now. Into Canada corner. Both of them are very late on the brakes. Brandon gets a good exit. Thompson using all of that outside curb. And just to keep it through Thunder Valley.
Bill Mitchell Bennon on their way over the Kohler Tunnel and into the final turn here to start lap 4. It is going to be a 6-lap race now, and we are just about to complete half of those 6 laps.
Brandon's got a good run here. Very good run. Gonna test Josh Thompson's mettle again. Thompson trying to hang on, but can't. Slipstream's too potent here.
Yeah.
Although he flies down the inside. Brandon's going to get the cut back. Is he going to have a go into 2? Thompson moves across, very late move, but a clean move.
Just put 2 wheels onto the dirt there. Thompson on the exit of turn 1.
Brandon's got a fantastic run out of there. That's going to be it for...
So does McNally as well.
McNally's going to be the big winner out of this, Alex, I reckon. Oh my goodness me, it's going to happen again. There's contact.
Nowhere to go.
McNally's on the grass.
And Brandon's trying to recover off attack from both sides.
This is going to be a disaster.
Oh, here comes Van Gool. He was a second quicker than them on that last lap, and he's here now.
McNally's trying for the outside. Can he get the outside line? That'll be impressive. It's a nice run out of the left-hander. Going to throw one up the inside into 4 or 6, depending on whether you're sensible or not. Good battle this. Like I say, Van Gool has joined the party.
Oh no, Lee Berridge is crashed. Anyway, going into turn...
Oh, McNally! McNally got the line wrong. He outbraked himself a little bit, went into Johnny Brandon. Oh, I'm done.
That's McNally through, and now here comes Pierre Van Gool, almost understeering there into the side of Josh Thompson. A lot of big movers in this field, by the way.
Oh, McNally's just hanging on by his fingernails, and here comes Van Gool. Trying to make it 3 wide, but wisely Alex before the kink backing out of it. That could have been crazy.
Yeah. It's good racing so far. This scrapping though is letting Brandon get away.
1.2 seconds, yeah.
He's broken the draft, hasn't he?
In 2 seconds, yeah, crucial gap. Now Thompson has shaken off the attacks from McNally and Van Gool for now. He's already starting to eat back into that gap again. It's down to 1.1 seconds already as they go through Bill Mitchell Bend.
There's going to be 2 laps to go. They've rounded the final corner this time.
Another few attempts taken out. Zdeněk Čepelevský is a man on a mission. He's gained about 3 positions in just the last lap alone. He's gained 23 positions during the race. He's now up to 11th position.
All over the shop, isn't he? Čepelevský. Car twitching around. He's got it obviously set up right on the edge.
Next up him's Daniel McCauley. Lee Berridge was in front of him at the start of the lap. However, Berridge crashed down at turn 3. Badly.
By the way, as well, also in the draft range of the leaders are the other Youth Energy car, Anwar Smith. Got Chris Daines behind them. So this pack's going to close up. We've still got 5 minutes of racing to go. And Alex, well, I said they're all in with a chance of a slipstream now.
Yep, definitely. I'm also looking at this battle for around 10th place as well. Zdeněk Čepelevský, Dan McCauley, Joe McDonald, Adam Hedgecock, and Brian Holmes all there as well. So good drive from Holmes. He's come all the way from the back.
Čepelevský getting past McCauley as well, so he's now up to 10th position. 24 positions, gained quite a lot of big movers in the top 10 as well. We'll run you through the cars that started inside the top 10 that finished there at the end of the race.
Yeah, there won't be that many of them. Oh, Van Gool's just taken McNally, and I think he was the fastest one out of this group, wasn't he, Van Gool? Yeah. At least a couple of laps ago, Adam, but he's only got about 10 kilometres of racing to try to just wrestle this lead away from Johnny Brandon, wrestle second away from Josh Thompson.
It seems to be the car that's chasing them down is the quickest one on the circuit, because Anwar Smith was 2 seconds quicker than Brandon and Thompson on the last lap. And Thompson, look, he's eradicated that 1.2 second gap within 3/4 of a lap. As we go through the carousel, it's back down to nothing again.
They're radically eradicated by the Radicals driver. Now he's trying. Oh, he's not going to try this, is he? Oof. Into the kink. Madness, I think. And he's got Canada Corner coming up, which is a much better overtaking opportunity. The Youth Energy cars frantically trying to stay with this group, and you've got Chris Daines, who I think his goose is cooked now in terms of the top 5. Anwar Smith making a late charge at the back of this group. You can see him with the red roll cage. Alex, what's Smith got to do on this final lap? Just hell for leather?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, these guys have only got to have a little battle and just place his car in the right place. He's going to pick up some spots.
Beautiful wide lines by Smith and the rest of the Youth Energy cars. Maybe not that wide, but he didn't lose anything. The MX5 seems very, very good when it goes onto the grass. Now then, Adam, if you're Josh Thompson, if you're Johnny Brandon, the strategy, Thompson try and go through, well, I was going to say, does he try and go through at the earliest opportunity? Well, he will anyway.
Yeah, I think the tactic in this series is just go for it straight away. It's not like the Ritmatech where you bide your time and Thompson goes for it straight away. Brandon will now have the advantage going through turn 1, and if he sets him up on the exit of turn 2 here, then we could have a very interesting back straight indeed. And we haven't yet seen what Peter Van Gool's hand is as we go onto the back straight.
pretty much guaranteed to be one Youth Energy car on the podium, but
Oh, look at the run.
are there going to be more? And it's going to be Brandon who's standing on that top step. A lovely run out of 2.
Thompson could have done with Van Gaal pushing him, but it looks like Van Gaal's favouring Thompson here. Sorry, Brandon here.
Brandon's very late on the brakes. He's trying to go all the way around the outside. If he can keep that overlap. Oh, Thompson just says, well, he says, I'm going to have that corner. That's mine. And I think that was a fair move. Alex, about?
Yeah. Right. I mean, these these guys take no prisoners, do they? So
when you're on the outside of the track, though, you've got to expect that you might get, the guy in front can take his racing line.
Yeah.
Oh, he's made a mistake though there. That's the big disadvantage of getting your line wrong.
Very lucky not to be turned around there, Josh Thompson, because he did get hit in the left rear by Johnny Brandon. Looks like Lee Deemer's been disqualified on the final lap of the race.
So have had too many incidents, I imagine.
Well, he's gone under the cheese bridge. Then always here comes
Here
Brandon
we go!
into the kink. Surely not.
Oh!
It is.
Oh,
This is just good.
Look at this side by side. Oh, Thompson's not giving an inch. And Anwar Smith! Smith is coming on the inside!
This is opening the
there's no
floodgates.
space at all. This is going to end in absolute death and destruction, I'm sure. Smith going round the outside in Canada corner. Van Gaal trying to mug Brandon for the final step on the podium. It's Thompson that leads. Just a couple of corners to go. Here at Road America, it's going to be super close here. Super close.
Right, we've got one more corner to go then. Through the final corner, turn 14, and it's going to be the run up the hill. If Anwar Smith gets a good run here, he could go from 4th to winning the race. He uses all the track on the exit.
Got a great run. Here we go, to the line. Up the hill. Mazda MX5 pulling for all it's worth. Josh Thompson is egging his car on to victory here at Road America. But what a race. What a drive by Anwar Smith. 18 positions gained, 3 of them Alex Simpson on the final lap.
yeah, fantastic. I said he had a chance, didn't I? Almost got it, just didn't quite get enough of a run. Who's this having a little battle? This is very close. Rizzo and Ayres. I think Ayres has got a bit of damage on his car because he hasn't got the straight line speed. Rizzo straight through.
Yeah, Rizzo getting 14th place in the end there. Was 19th at the start of the last lap, so he gained quite a few positions there.
Brian Holmes had got up to 15th and then lost 3 positions, so not the best.
Carl
Not the
Hardy,
best race meeting for him so far.
Carl Hardy finished in 20th place. It looks like he didn't jump the start then. The pole
No,
sitter.
it looks like he...
He did, but I agree with you. He moved, and if you move, yeah, then that's a penalty. But yeah, he didn't have to.
No, you can get away with it a little bit as long as you don't move too much. I think there's a limit how much you can move though.
It
Well,
was
if you can-
about... Just having a look at it. It was about 2 inches he moved.
Well, it's not like Project Cars where you can put the car in first gear and move about 2 seconds before the lights go and still get an advantage. Those were the days.
I think it was okay then for Carl Hardy. So maybe if you jump the start, maybe you don't just go. Maybe you've got to. Maybe if you catch it quickly enough, you can get away with it. So he did finish 20th in the end, and Adam can give us a rundown of what the rest of them did.
Yeah, so when you feel the finishing order then from race 2 here, Adam Hitchcock doesn't win the race. Josh Thompson wins the race. Anwar Smith finishing in 2nd, Johnny Brandon finishing in 3rd, Peter Van Gaal 4th, Adam McNally finishing in 5th, 6th Chris Dane, 7th Adam Delmont, then the other Adam Broughton Grant in 8th, Jörg Danker at 9th, in 10th Stelian Chapelewski. 3 Adams inside the top 10 there, and the cars started inside the top 10 that finished there. We had 1, 2, 3, 4. 11th for Daniel McCauley, 12th Adam Hedgecock, 13th Jack McIntyre, 14th Cesario Rizzo, 15th Jamie Ayres, 16th Andrew Whitehead, 17th place finish for Joe McDonald, 18th Brian Holmes, 19th David Waldock, and 20th place finish for Carl Hardy. Michael Barry finishing in 21st, 22nd Max Wright, John Roberts finishing in 23rd place, 24th for Nathan Davis, Kip Stevens 25th with Nick McCarron in 26th, Thorstein Helgeson 27th, Lee Berridge and Lee Deemer 28th, and Deemer disqualified, I believe, on the last lap. Just double check that. Yes, 21 incident points for Deemer. And then the cars that were 2 laps down or more: Craig Jones, Mark King, Roy Verke, Loud Barner, Adi King, Robert Lundgren, Stuart Atkinson, Lorne Murray, Steve Hefford, Lewis Bibby, and David Ayres as well, 5 laps down.
All right, thank you very much, Adam. And now Alex has got his hands on the reverse grid wheel, and well, who's going to be the lucky one?
Yep, here we go. Final ceremonies, get that spun. We'll see who's going to get it. Ball's coming back into play. It's not going to make it though. 27th it's going to be.
That is Thorstein Helgeson. Car 1 is going to be on pole position for race 3. Nick McCarron 2nd, Kip Stevens 3rd, Nathan Davis 4th, John Roberts going to be starting in 5th for race 3.
All right, so lots of intrigue at the front of the field there, and I'm sure that we'll see a fantastic race here at Road America for race 3 of the evening when we return here on Apex Racing TV right after this break.
I can't believe the night lay waste to all we'd given. But honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living. But we could run from Elysium and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know that nothing lasts forever.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
On the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Road America, race 3 of the evening in the BSR MX5 Showdown. Andrew Woodhouse, Alex Simpson and Adam Bath here for Apex Racing TV. And Mr. Bath, well, we've seen some interesting goings on in the first couple of races, and the drivers sort of learning how best to race this circuit in this car.
Really enjoyable second race there, and we've seen that it's really difficult to break away. We saw, I think, a gap as big as 1.5 seconds in race 2 with Johnny Brandon, and that got completely wiped out in the space of a lap. So I think if you get out front early in this one, you're still going to have to struggle for the rest of the race. So yeah, it's really interesting to see how the rest of the evening progresses.
I think so. And Alex, have you been surprised by anything that's been going on tonight?
No, not really. I think it's much like we expected. You know, good hard racing, a couple of accidents in the reverse grid, nothing too major. I wouldn't say we've had the big one or anything like that yet. So perhaps saving that for race 4 of the night.
I think there's definitely potential for there to be a big one. Usually here, if there is, it's... Am I right? Would I be right in saying, Adam, it's usually between sort of turns 1 and 2?
Oh, a huge one in the Formula Renaults there, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
And that was the one where John McCutcheon ended up getting his first ever win in the Formula Renaults, back when the grids were big.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, between turns 1 and 2, usually midway down the back straight is when things start to kick off as well. And if not there, usually between the Kink and Canada corner. So there are quite a few hot spots to watch out for any messes happening.
Yeah, I think so. And hopefully the drivers aren't going to get into us off the grid. And Adam, if you can take us through who's starting where.
Well, look then. On pole position, Thorstein Helgeson. Second is Nick McCarron. Third, Kip Stevens. Fourth, Nathan Davis. Fifth, John Roberts. Sixth, Max Wright. Seventh, Michael Barry. And Carl Hardy back up there again in 8th. And David Waldock 9th. Brian Holmes 10th. 11th, Joe McDonald. 12th, Andrew Whitehead. 13th, Jamie Ayres. 14th, it's Rizzo. Then Jack McIntyre in 15th. 16th, Adam Hedgecock. Daniel McCauley 17th. 18th, Stelian Chapelewski. 19th, Jörg Dankert. Starting in 20th is going to be Adam Broughton Grant. At the back of the grid, we've got some big names. Steve Hefford, Lewis Bibby and David Ayres.
All right then, here we go. Getting ready for the start a little earlier here. Everyone's in place. The green flag flies and we're away. Good initial getaway by Helgeson, but McCarron hooked up that second phase beautifully, and he's already challenging. He's already into the lead, but that's not for long because Nathan Davis is going to take the lead from the second row.
Amazing start. Look at the My Little Pony cars that we've got at the front of the field as well. It's them versus Momo as we go through the first corner.
Trotting into the lead is Nathan Davis, and there's potential for a little bit of controversy at the front, isn't there, with these with the Momo car and Stevens and Davis and Roberts and Max Wright's in there. It could be, we could need the PC David Waldock on the scene, Alex.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it could be 3 wide then, down the second straight. Max Wright going through the middle. He's got the run though. He's going to get it down nicely.
Well, PC Waldock's going to hope that advanced driving training comes into play on the inside line. Oh, somebody coming in very hot. Who's that? That's 675. Michael Barry, into Rizzo. Turns him around. Oh, and there's 2 spinners in front. That's McIntyre and McDonald.
Oh, well, that's the track getting a little bit blocked.
The track's blocked.
Oh, it's carrying on up the hill. Momo car, sorry, there's Mad cars flipping over and the caution.
The track is actually blocked now.
Safety car out.
Oh, and people still need to stop crashing into other
or Adam
drivers
Grant
afterwards. Dear me.
How did it kick off on the exit? Yeah, safety car is out, so we've got, and it's a long lap here, so we've got plenty of time to analyse it here at the Apex pad.
Unfortunately, the sad thing is that incident is going to take away 3 laps of this race.
Yes, indeed.
Robert
was fully blocked.
Lundgren, he just wants to get out of here. I think 3 races in a row, 3 toes. Hefford as well, he started last and has had to tow back to the pits. David Ayres, likewise, he started on the back row of the grid. He's had to tow back as well. No fast repairs in this series either, so it is likely that those guys are going to be done for race 3. And they'll be hoping to be back out again in race 4. This does mean that race 4 will be pushed back a little bit as well, because it's going to take quite a while to get this race done.
And unfortunately, the culprit was Michael Barry, and he just missed his breaking point, Alex, didn't he? And smashed
steaming in, yeah, and it just all chain reacted from there, didn't it? Really
smashed into Cesare, and then after Rizzo was turned around, you then had I don't know if have we got the replay?
We showed it a couple of times, but
have we showed it already? Yeah. So yeah, Barry into Rizzo, and then Rizzo gets spun around, and then we had 2 spinners on the outside. Oh, it's McDonald. He tried to avoid the basically was trying to avoid the spinning cars, collected McIntyre, which then ended up with who's that? That's Dan McCauley into Michael Barry, who spun again as he was hit again, and this time Adam Hedgecock and Adam Broughton Grant and Chris Daines were all involved, and then something else goes on further up the hill as well. Adam, it goes to absolute chaos a bit further up.
2 Team Mad cars just synchronously flipping over.
One is Bibby, and one was
Broughton Grant again?
Broughton Grant.
Yeah.
And what brought that on? Broughton Grant. Oh, somebody tagged McDonald. McDonald was moving slowly after the crash. He was tagged by Bibby, which turns Bibby into his own teammate. Off goes Deemer. I'm watching this in slow motion and sort of stopping and starting it. Berridge then comes into the scene and hits them. Hefford's involved. I think Atkinson got a bit of it as well.
Lundgren?
Sorry for yawning. Robert Lundgren.
It's all right. Lundgren.
That's what the safety car does for you, anyway.
Is my explanation that boring? Don't answer that. Robert Lundgren was piling in there. Lord Murray got flipped over. How did Lord Murray get flipped over? Oh, it was by recovering Macaulay. I think it's just the fact that Alex. I'll try and talk some sense into this situation, I'm sure, but everybody's slowing down and whatever, and it's just your natural instinct when you're slowing down for an accident is not to lose that spatial awareness, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately.
And then the track was fully blocked at the bottom of the hill. We had 5 or 6 cars at least stuck behind the crashed cars. Does allow some drivers to get back into the race, but yeah, unfortunately, and I will have to take some of the blame for that, in that will be a long safety car period, Adam.
Oh yeah, 1.5 more laps, and then we'll be on our way again. Who's the big beneficiaries from this? Then we've got Adam Delmont up 9 positions. Same with Johnny Brandon. Josh Thompson's also gained 9 places. Stuart Atkinson 12 positions gained up to 23rd. Lewis Bibby 11 positions gained as well.
Somehow, because
yeah.
he was facing the wrong way a couple of times in that one.
Safety car going through Bill Mitchell Ben now. A few drivers made to look like a bit of a Bill end during that one.
It looked more like Phil Mitchell in that one. Stellan Chepelewski's made up 7 places. Adam Delmont 9. The cars that started in the top 10, thanks to the safety car, there's still 9 of them in there. Just the only one that isn't is Michael Barry, and we know why that was. So.
Big to see what's going to happen now once the safety car comes in, because this is going to give everyone a chance. We're going to have one massive train, aren't we, for the remaining 3 laps when we go to green. We'll be going green again on lap 4 of 6.
One thing it has done, Alex, is that probably going to make it a really, really exciting 3 or 4 laps that we're going to have left.
Oh, it'll be manic for the last couple of laps.
We're going to have a 3-lap sprint.
Has the lights gone off?
Yes.
That's good. So yeah, like you say, 3-lap blast at the end.
I reckon that's going to be good. We did see, didn't we?
New series incoming, 3-lap sprint races.
8 3-lap races.
I was about to say 6 races a night. Yeah.
Oh dear.
1-lap challenge.
It'll be 8 races. You know what they like to get the money's worth. And Alex, don't give them any ideas.
10 1-lap races. That's it.
10 1-lap races. Yeah.
10 one-lap races. I would not put it past anybody to do that in this league. And Nathan Davis
win by
good.
any means necessary.
No rules.
yeah. Well, Nathan Davis leads the way, and doesn't always adhere to the rules, Nathan Davis, but got fantastic
safety car here. Yeah.
Well, that'll be another one, won't it? First person ever to get disqualified for overtaking the safety car, maybe in BSR League. But it was a brilliant start. Like I said, I don't know if you can get the replay of the start, but he absolutely flew through the middle.
I just hooked it up, didn't he?
Perfectly.
Yeah, and
that SDK working.
Yeah, got the draft and straight through.
Speaking of which, your start at Montreal was spectacular, but you just had nowhere to go.
Yep. Yeah, and I'll sit here quite happily and thank SDK Gaming for that start.
Brilliant.
Wasn't me.
if you
all
were
I
at
have
a
to
track,
do is let go of buttons at the right time.
But if you were at a track, which tracks do we go to where it's a long run to the first corner? If you say Monza, if you say, I mean, what's left in the calendar?
Well, we've got Silverstone next week.
That's rubbish.
And I think it's Suzuka.
Rubbish for starts, yeah. Suzuka, slightly rubbish for starts, but you could get something done there.
They need a Sepang or something where you need where you have loads of space.
Oh yeah, loads and loads of room.
I'm just trying to get the schedule up actually quickly, just so I can tell you guys.
I've got a bit of time. Safety car's only going through turn 9 here.
Yeah, and it's only doing 95 kilometres an hour, so I think you're okay.
Probably as fast as the Mazda MX-5s are going anyway.
Then it's Circuit of the Americas. Not too bad.
That gives you a lot of space, Alex. Turn 1's very wide, yeah.
Monza, Spa, Imola. That's pretty reasonable.
Imola's a good one for the starts.
Indianapolis, that's a good one.
Oh yeah.
And Nürburgring as well. Also another good one.
Well then, if you are terrible at starts, then you need an SDK. SDKgaming.co.uk, I believe, Alex.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Are you terrible at starts? Your starts just wet farts? Well, SDK Gaming can help.
And I just want to point out as well, it adheres to all the sporting code regulations as well.
It does indeed.
Developers made 100% sure of that. So, iRacing have had it and have tested it, and yeah, there's no issues with it. So
we go on the record with that. We don't want any more blog posts about it.
Yeah, someone's gonna do it.
No vlog post, please. Dear me.
I see I got called out for the Pro Series for using it as well.
Oh, what already? It's
not illegal. Donuts. So, but I'm sure they still think I've got unlimited ERS.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Unlimited. Oh, dear. Anyway.
Next they'll be saying that you're DDoSing the
yeah, that's it.
Speaking
Here we go.
Speaking of cease and desist, the safety car ceased and desisted from leading the pack round, and Nathan Davis into the lead. The reason why I was going ooh was because Max Wright had to me almost rear-ended Nick McCarron.
He could nearly rear-end him here as they're going down the front straight. He's right on him straight away.
He might rear-end right on him. He might rear-end the leader. We'll see.
They are going right into turn 1.
And now Wright is going right around the outside. That's brilliant.
Got second place already, he's clear, and now here comes the other automatic car going into, oh no, sorry, I apologise, My Little Pony, isn't it? Yeah, that's Kip Stevens and Nick McCarron. Sorry, yeah, trying to get through.
3-lap sprint then, Alex. Are we expecting an apocalypse here?
Yep, quite. This could be the one that I was thinking we'll have a lot of accidents in.
Put it this way,
panic will be real trying to get the moves done.
It doesn't matter if all 30 of them crash now, I'm not throwing on the safety car, so the inside goes. Yeah. You're on your own on this one. Davies at the inside then, trying to keep the lead. Max Wright, Nick McCarron's looking for a way through. I think it hears some contact at turn 5 again.
No one's dropping down the order though.
I think it's damage for Lee Deemer, I think it is it? Or is it Lee Berridge? It's Lee Berridge, sorry.
He's just hit Lee Berridge. Oh, here comes Nick McCarron then. Going into turn 6, it's all kicking off in the back row, and I can see 2 wide stuff's going on there.
Hardy and co around there. Josh Thompson in and behind.
Ronnie Brandon, yeah.
McNally.
Hardy. Yeah, may need Tom Hardy to help him round here. On our way towards the king.
the bane of each other's lives, maybe. Well, I think it's a perfect day for a race.
He'd just blow up the track like he blew up that football pitch. Right,
Well, that's it.
on our way to Canada Corner then.
Heinz Field, 57 varieties of explosion. As in the... To Canada... Oh, Davies has lost it. He's lost it. Well, he's not lost it, actually. I think he's found a better line through there. I thought he'd lost the rear end. He went onto the grass, Alex, and braked on the grass and somehow survived.
Just a bit of a flick into the corner just to get the car rotating a bit more. That's the way to do it. You can tell he's a rally driver.
It's a good thing he got no damage, because I think if he did that with a bit of damage, the car would have rolled over.
Dear.
Let's ask Alex Walensky. Right, 2 laps to go then. Up the hill we go. And the top 10 are separated by 3 seconds.
Our PC Plod's on his way. Going past Brian Holmes.
He's the other way around, actually. I think he was trying to defend, yeah, because Holmes moved past.
No, I think you're right.
He's driving
right.
in a...
Right up the inside as well, with McCarran.
Oh, McCarran sliding.
Here comes
Nearly
My
lost
Little
it.
Pony car as well. That's McCarran. No, it's not McCarran, it's Stevens.
Everyone's far too well behaved at the moment. What's happening?
Yeah, what's going on? Come on.
Unfortunately, as admins, there is no cause chaos button, but yeah, throw another safety car. It's not crazy enough.
That's your reward for not being crazy, is a safety car. Right, here we go.
That looks like they've turned it up now, hasn't it? Yeah, they're 2 wide in places down the back straight. Stevens going for second.
And he's going to get it as well. Let the brakes, see the carbon disc blowing. He struggles to make the apex, but he does it beautiful. Kip Stevens, that's a lovely move. And that is up, well, if he can keep it, at least that is up in second
There
place.
is a bit of carnage.
And
It's
now,
on 5, but actually they sort of got themselves sorted pretty quickly.
Is
he gonna-
Danes.
is he going to rear gun this one as well, Kip Stevens? Like he did for Laura Bond on Thursday night, Alex?
I think he needs to. Nathan's away, isn't he?
2-second lead already for Nathan Davis in the space of a lap. It was 3 tenths at the line, 1.7 seconds gained on this lap.
If there's one thing that Nathan Davis is very good at, is it's hot lapping and it's driving in clear air. So very, very quick. He'll be hoping he stays there. Are there any threats to him? Really? Maybe only Brian Holmes, Alex, at this point with 2 laps to go.
Yeah, it's more like 1.5, isn't it? So probably not, to be honest. I don't even think Holmes is going to get these 2 cars and get to him in 1 lap. Gonna try though.
He's going to try his best, isn't he?
There's one
Through
Try
down
the
to
outside
Canada
on the
Corner.
second one.
around the outside of Stevens through the Canada corner.
Oh, he's got nowhere to go. He's boxed in.
He was brilliant
Defended by
there.
Stevens. Yeah. And I think that's just sealed it for Nathan Davis, providing he keeps it on the track. Although Holmes is trying the outside of Bill Mitchell bend. Gonna go inside to the final corner. That's a good move by Brian Holmes. Second place. Davis third. Max Wright in 4th now. But Wright's got up into 3rd. He's going to be 3rd at the end of this lap. Adam Just, I think.
Yep, over the line we go on to the final lap then. What is the gap? 2.6 seconds. That is going to be one tall ask. I don't think it's going to be possible, but everyone else...
Our pole sitter from race 1.
Through
That's
the
the
middle.
man to go up the middle between Stevens and Max Wright. On the Youth Energy car has caused chaos there. Who was that? That was stupid, wasn't it?
Adam Delmont.
It was Adam Delmont. He just runs right into the back of Wright.
Was pretty poor, I have to say.
The goal.
And he takes all 3 of them out of the equation and himself. And Stelian Chepelewski says, "Thank you very much. I'll take 3rd place."
3rd, yeah.
How many positions did Chepelewski gain out of all that? He was sick at the start of the lap. He gained those 3 positions.
That was daft driving, to be honest, by Delmont.
Well, the daft driving may not be over here as we go down the
man
back straight.
from Del Monte says no. As, Stelian Chepelewski says no and closes the door on the police. Oh no! What is that? Oh, it's just a few of them dicking around. It's Van Gool, Thompson, Brandon, and Whitehead. And Brandon hits Whitehead. Whitehead's off.
Oh,
Thompson's in the grass.
Whitehead did hit the wall as well.
And it's Brandon versus Thompson again. Thompson shoves Brandon onto the grass. I don't think these two particularly like each other, by the looks of it.
But it's 1 second as they're coming through the carousel. We get a heck of a draft down here. Maybe, just maybe, he might be able to make it in time for a final up the hills blast. Who knows?
Well,
Yeah.
I would not have thought any of this, but we did
That's
say
8
at the
tenths.
start of the broadcast that the field spread was quite high.
7 tenths. It's coming down a tenth of a second.
Coming
The
down,
corner.
Holmes is flying here, isn't he? I reckon he might have a chance up the hill, Alex. It's going to be very close.
Down to 5 tenths going into Canada.
Needs to make this perfect though, if he wants to do it, and Davis needs to be perfect, and that's not
That's
perfect.
not perfect.
That's not perfect.
Could have a chance now. It's down to 4 tenths.
2 corners to go for the Welshman. Bill Mitchell bend. He's won. That's 3 tenths.
2 tenths.
And now
1
the
tenth.
outside. And
He's out of fuel. Is he out of fuel?
Davis has just thrown it away.
He's bottled it.
He needs to get in the slipstream. He needs to try and get back across instantly. He's not covering it. He might still have a chance.
Unbelievable. What a win.
With the MX5, he's not going to do it. What a win by Brian Holmes. That is outstanding.
Really, that was
Now
great
this-
driving from Holmes.
Oh,
But I'm
Max
not really.
Wright, what's happened to him?
Oh no, that's on the back straight. Oh yeah, because he got hit in turn 1, didn't he?
He's still struggling out there, though. There must have been a secondary incident for Max Wright. Oh dear.
I'm not really sure why Davis covered the inside there, because all that did was just
He didn't
guarantee.
need to, did he?
It just guaranteed he was going to lose
He
going up
wasn't-
the hill.
He wasn't close enough. Even if
Yeah.
Holmes had gone up the inside, he wouldn't have made that stick there. Nobody does.
Amazing speed that Holmes was able to carry around the outside as well. That was.
I think Davis was conservative. He probably didn't want to throw the win away and ended up doing just that. Adam, is there anybody else still going?
Apart from Max Wright,
No, I think everyone is.
I know Joe McDonald's on his way. He's just coming through the final corner now. What about Carl Hardy? He's in the pits. Chris Danes.
Max
is-
Wright's car is absolutely. Oh my God, Alex, can we see that on the broadcast?
I'll try and bring that up. You don't get a slowdown for extending the exit of Canada Corner if you do it too much, do you? I think there was a slowdown on Davis's part. I'm not sure, I can't remember. I know you get a 1x, but I
Yeah, no,
can't remember if you get a
1x.
slowdown. Sometimes they do really punish those massive extending, but I don't think they have added that. But yeah, it just looked like the defending the inside there. Bit of thin air.
Wright's
Right.
determined to get this to the end. He still hasn't finished the race, has he, Adam?
Could be here for quite some time.
Oh, wow.
It's shades of the MX5 Cup when we had to wait for Max
I
Wright to
think-
do the Nordschleife.
I think
On
we
the-
do have to wait for him though, because I think we still got to see who's where on the grid.
On the replay, he's on the back straight, the second straight. So let me get it back to live because we could be waiting on for a while.
Oh, no.
no,
Oh.
he's in the wall.
Problem is,
Call
he
it
needs
quits,
to
Max,
finish.
please.
He needs to finish the lap though, so he beats people who retired on the last lap
He's on the he's still on the well, he will finish. He
on
didn't
the lead lap. But he's
he's-
only got 1.5 minutes to go until the session kicks him out. I don't think he's going to make it.
No, yeah, there's not much point really.
Very little chance that he's going to actually get to the end because there's only 1 minute and 15 seconds. Yeah, I think he's had it. I think he's had it, and I would be too. I think we should go through the results. But I'd bear in mind, obviously, Adam, that we're still awaiting one driver.
Oh dear. Well, yeah, it's only for the finishing order then. Brian Holmes wins a tenth of a second ahead of Nathan Davis, who threw it away basically. I think he'll admit to that as well. Two and a half second lead with a lap to go, maybe even bigger than that. And he still somehow managed to throw it away as Max Wright nearly rolls the car. Oh dear. Third, Stelian Chapelowski. Fourth, Nick McCarron. Fifth, David Waldock. Sixth, Van Smith. Seventh, for John Roberts. Eighth, Adam McNally. Ninth, for Stein Helgeson. And 10th, Josh Thompson. 11th, for Johnny Brandon. 12th, Peter Van Gool. 13th, Lee Deemer. 14th is Kip Stevens. 15th, Mark King. 16th, Lewis Bibby. Jörg Dankert finishing in 17th place. 18th, Jack McIntyre. 19th, Adam Hedgecock. And 20th, for Cesario Rizzo. Adam Delmont finishing in 21st place, Stuart Atkinson 22nd, 23rd for Andrew Whitehead, Eddie King in 24th, Michael Barry in 25th place, 26th for Jamie Ayres, 27th Joe McDonald, Chris Danes finishing in 28th place, and then the car's one lap down or more. Max Wright, there he is, he's the top of the car's one lap down. Then it's Carl Hardy, Lee Berridge, and then the cars that didn't finish the race, most of them out on the opening lap of the race. David Ayres, Adam Broughton-Grant, Daniel Macaulay, Jones, Roy Ververke, Robert Lundgren, Lorne Murray, and Steve Hefford, who will be once again for the second race in a row, starting at the back of the grid.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to be a very good day for him, does it? Alex, are you not going to be able to make his day any better either, because the reverse grid wheel won't go down that far?
No, afraid not. Give it a spin. Oh, it's close. It just ticks over to 29th.
That's Max Wright. It was worth it, Max. I guess he's on the pole again. Chris Dane second, Joe McDonald third, fourth Jamie Ayres, and starting fifth will be Michael Barry. Okay
then, well, so Michael Barry's reward for starting an apocalypse is the fifth place on the grid, and Max Wright ended up limping his way around to pole. So we're going to see what can be done from there. The pole sitter from race 1, Jamie Ayres, is going to be starting fourth, and Chris Danes, who was also very quick in that first race, is going to be starting second. So it's going to be a tall order for those guys to keep them behind. Okay, well, one more race to go here tonight at Road America, and we will see that just after this break here on Apex Racing TV.
I can't believe the night lay waste to all we'd given. But honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living, but we could run from Elysium and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know that nothing lasts forever.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made, 56 slides it into 4, who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Road America for the final time tonight, the BSR MX5 Showdown here on Apex Racing TV. Andrew Woodhouse with Alex Simpson and Adam Bath. And, Adam, overcast conditions once more, and, well, it's going to mean that the action's fast and furious out there, and hopefully we don't get any massive incidents like what we saw at the start of race 3.
It did provide a brilliant finish, though, having that safety car at the beginning of the race, because it meant we only had a 3-lap sprint. But yeah, hopefully we don't see too much of that here in race 4. Have got the overcast conditions. Drivers have had a little 10-minute warm-up to get themselves accustomed to the conditions. As off goes Brian Holmes, the race 3 winner. See if he's able to get any closer to the front here in race 4.
Well, we will see that. We'll take you through the starting grid then. I might as well do the honours this time. Max Wright on pole after crashing in the last race. Chris Daines in second, Joe McDonald third, Jamie Ayres, race 1 pole sitter in fourth, Michael Barry fifth, sixth for AD King, seventh Andrew Whitehead, Stuart Atkinson eighth, Adam Delmont ninth, and Cesare Rizzo in 10th. Adam Hedgecock 11th with McIntyre in 12th, Dankert 13th, Bibby 14th, King 15th, Stevens 16th, and 17th is Lee Deemer, 18th Peter Van Gool, 19th Johnny Brandon, 20th Josh Thompson, Thorsten Helgeson 21st, 22nd Adam McNally, 23rd John Roberts, 24th Anwar Smith, 25th David Waldock, 26th Nick McCarron. Then it's Stellian Chepelevsky, Nathan Davis, Brian Holmes and Carl Hardy. Rounding out the top 30, Lee Berridge 31st, 32nd David Ayres, 33rd Anne Broughton Grant, Craig Jones 34th, Robert Lundgren 35th, Lon Murray 36th, Steve Hefford 37th, and over to you, Adam.
Here we go. And Max Wright get it done here. Very long hold and we're away. Chris Daines, Chris Daines with the SpongeBob livery, I noticed. At least on my screen anyway. And he's already trying to hassle Max Wright for the lead as Stuart Atkinson's on the grass.
Yeah, he had an awful start, didn't he, Atkinson? Wright versus Daines. Daines twitches away. Like he's struggling for a bit of grip. Into turn 2. Oh, it's a bit of contact. And Daines is off. He's onto the grass. Can he get it back on the circuit cleanly and safely? And they're ball wide. Who's that on the grass? Making a move.
Jamie Ayres.
2 cars, Jamie Ayres. Alex, I've never seen anything like that.
Go for it, why not? It's the final race of the night.
He was going quicker on the grass than the cars were on the tarmac. Are we missing something? Oh, and it... Ugh. 3 wide. Whitehead and the Momo racing car there.
Rizzo.
McIntyre in there, he needs good points. McIntyre hits Whitehead.
Oh, I have a contact.
What's that?
Not too bad, I think.
I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
Big one. King
involved and a few
King,
others.
Delmont and Thompson.
Thompson done for.
King, Delmont and Thompson. And into the lead is Jamie Ayres. And I don't think there'll be any catching him because he was the quickest man in qualifying, and that usually indicates obviously great pace in the car.
Looks like everyone else
Everybody's
is now
seen
left
the
to fight
secret
over
line
third.
now, though, so they just all need to copy him, don't they?
That's it. Oh, McDonald, Daines, Rizzo, and a good night for Daines. Adam, in the football.
Has it? Is he Irish?
Denmark.
Oh,
Daines.
Daines. Oh, very good.
Dear Lord.
That was just completely over his head, mate.
A softball of the highest order and bringing a miss, strike 1.
Oh, and
someone on
goes.
2 wheels.
It's
Canada.
Delmont.
Oh.
And it's King. Mark King this time. Oh dear.
Just a bit of after this.
Oh dear me. Right then. No, Max Wright's catching Jamie Ayres a little bit here. I must admit, I thought he might have broken away. I'd have given the pace earlier on.
Yeah, the gap's down to 1 second as we come across the line. Maybe it's just that last little bit of slipstream that Max Wright's getting off the back of the Momo racing car as we complete the opening lap.
Has to be, doesn't it? And I think that means he's going to be right with him soon. And here comes a move.
It's Rizzo.
The inside for Rizzo.
They're all just piling into each other going through that turn 1.
Daines is weaving from one side of the track to the other to try and get past Italian. And oh, he's going to have an opportunity here. Someone's blinking. It's Bibby. Bibby's internet connection doing its usual.
Oh, I thought we were going for a free wide there as Joe McDonald's got in the mix.
Oh, look at this. Pushing him. Haynes covers the inside. What's Rizzo going to do? Oh, he's nearly getting rear-ended by another team mad car.
McDonald, what a move that was.
Oh, and here's McDonald at the head of this group now. Oh, Danes just cuts across McIntyre. It's poor driving. And, oh, there's a pile-up.
McIntyre,
Hedgecock, Brandon. McIntyre's title bid. I'll be going down the Swanee here.
Oh, and off goes.
What was that?
Boosted
Roberts.
car, it's Roberts. Had the car already been broken by that point, or was he just...
Yeah, it just looked like it spat off, didn't it? It was weird.
Oh, he was coming up on the slow Brandon, Alex, and he tried to swerve that past him and he just went off.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Indeed. Oh, that's the end of race 4 for him.
Yeah, not the best out in there.
Max Wright, credit to him. We thought it was Jamie Ayres' race to lose. He's got the gap down now to 0.4 of a second as Danes...
Oh, Bibby's going to go for the middle. Oh, no, he's not.
Well, it's not Danes, is it? It's Bibby that's there now, the yellow car.
And Bibby's the team mad car in there.
McDonald nearly hitting him on Mitchell Bend.
Close battle this for the last step on the podium. Rizzo, McDonald and Lewis Bibby. Bibby's got a good run here up the hill.
Just behind them, you've got a nice 4-car scrap there between Anwar Smith, Nathan Davis, Andrew Whitehead and Stalin Chapelewski. Davis is gained 21 positions.
There, surely. I don't trust those 4 to race together somehow. Bibby on Rizzo into turn 1. Oh, he's gone a bit wide. He's made a bit of a mess of it.
Oh, they're leaning on each other. They're going through turn 2.
Wow, that's very close to contact, Alex. And turn 2, it's always a tricky one.
Yeah, you don't want to be on the outside there. We saw what happened to Danes on the first lap. And, yeah, good from both drivers, really. Just enough room given. Donald looking from behind, just waiting to size up a move on both, I think.
Out with this, yeah. Joe McDonald in relation to the podium. Went in a bit deep there. Rizzo goes a bit wide. Does McDonald have the overlap? Not quite. He just slots in into P5. Jamie Ayres has kind of weathered the storm a little bit at the front, Adam. And looks like he's pulling away. Looks like that middle sector is very strong.
Yeah, got a gap up to 0.8 of a second now, but that's still not enough to fend off Max Wright. He really needs to get it up more than 2 seconds if he wants to stop the Auto Met car challenging him for the rest of the race.
Yeah, there's just so much slipstream available in this MX5 that even 1 second, Alex, is nowhere near enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's closer to 2, isn't it? Like 1.8, something like that.
That's absolutely ridiculous, considering that the car's actually got holes in, so that's a stupid amount of slipstream, isn't it, really? And obviously there's driving skill involved, but the slipstream is just king.
Yeah, in the F1 car, you don't get anything when you're 0.4 of a second.
The highest downforce car on the service. Yeah. Come on, guys.
Rizzo past Bibby, just about into 3rd place.
I think that one will run and run, to be honest. Is Bibby again? He's not going to lose the slipstream unless he makes a mistake. Try and force one from Rizzo, and there it is, maybe. A little wide. Too bad in the end.
Another battle going on there. It's Thorstein Helgeson, 18th place. Adam Broughton Grant.
No, now they're trying to break away, so it looks like Broughton Grant then. Oh, he's going to get the move done here, surely, on Helgeson. Helgeson didn't get a good run out there, the Icelander, and Broughton Grant goes through, and that is It is 17th place for Broughton Grant. 6 positions gaining on that one lap.
Yeah, Dankert through as well, and Craig Jones trying to get through. He's going to lose 4 in 1.
Yeah, Dankert up the inside. Good move there. Very good move by Dankert. Veteran of the Kia Club Series, of course.
3/10 of a second at the front.
Oh yeah, it's just come down massively all of a sudden. That's the back straight for you,
Straights,
right there.
isn't it?
Yeah, there's 2 straights together that, and then yeah, they get back up to half a second again. And I wonder if by the time we get to the carousel, it'll be back to a second.
Ayres is about 1 or 2 tenths quicker in each corner, Alex, but seems to be that he's losing obviously half a second in every straight.
Yeah. I mean, it's there's no damage on the front of his car, so that's just genuinely how much slipstream is available.
Yeah.
Crazy amounts.
A lot considering it's a slow car as well, really.
Yeah.
Isn't it? You don't tend to get massive amounts of slipstream in a car with not a great deal of power. It's not a slow car by any stretch of the imagination, but
I think there's method to why you get so much like this. I think it's more the slipstream is more designed because it's a rookie car, so it's designed for the likes of Lime Rock, Okayama,
to maybe teach people how to deal with the draft and things like
Summit
that.
Point and stuff exactly like that. So those short tracks that you're not going to get an awful lot of a run on somebody, so they pump it up a little bit so that you can get overtakes done in those places.
And I suppose if you think about it, how many people would ever buy any of the other iRacing content if the rookie content is basically impossible to overtake it?
Exactly. So yeah, so
we run it on massive tracks like Road America, where really it's a bit unnecessary.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, it's no.
We
Jefferson.
should really run a championship in this. At places like Jefferson and places like but like Silverstone National should probably be the longest track we go to.
Okayama short.
But Charlotte Road kind of works. Ones like that, exactly. Okayama short and Alton Park, Foster's, and ones where really there's not a lot of overtaking opportunities, but the car being such a good car, and we love the MX5. It's a fantastic. Oh dear, bit of a Newton's Cradle there. Chepelevsky and McDonald and the car behind.
Where is
Rizzo? Just got disqualified, didn't he?
Oh, 20 incidents, Rizzo, and we're only on lap 5.
And that was it, 7 lap race.
20 incidents, dear me.
Go on there, lad.
It takes some going. It takes some going to get 20 incidents. I must admit. I know he got hit, I think, didn't he, once? But yeah, it doesn't excuse me the 16, I suppose. Which we've all been there, though.
16 off. Okay.
We've all been, hey, that's what I'm saying. We've all been there.
Yeah,
we've all been there. Don't say anything else, to be honest. As Holmes is trying to make his way through.
Nice battle now for 3rd place because this is over. Stedin Chepelevsky's got his way to the front of this train now. 24 positions gained. He's the overtaking master, it seems.
To be honest, the funny thing about the Rizzo disqualification, Alex, is anyway, coming back to that briefly, is didn't really seem going off.
No, me either. So I'm a bit surprised.
Unless it's just a disconnect.
Nothing to come up. I'll see the incidents at the end. In fact, we can see the incidents now. I forgot we had them at our disposal. Yeah, Hefford's been DQ'd and so has Rizzo.
Oh, it's the Momo Racing cars then, isn't it? How have they been DQ'd?
No wonder they
He
do
didn't
so
even
well.
hit anything.
Hefford's literally just been DQ'd, so...
Surely right, if he's going to have an opportunity, this is his chance. Or is he going to sit there, try and do it on the final lap?
I think it might be worth seeing if he can break away, but I don't think he can, to be honest.
Credit to him. He's stuck with Jamie Ayres for the entire duration of this race.
Yeah, it's been brilliant from Max Wright to chase him down.
Oh, Bibby's
Is he going to do anything through Thunder Valley or Bill Mitchell Bend? Over the final corner, which I forget the name. Does it have a name?
In a minute. We'll have the track map open, but yeah, through the final corner we go onto the front straight. It's like the final lap of the race here.
Here we go. Max Wright versus Jamie Ayres. About to begin lap 6 here at Road America. BSR MX5 Showdown. This is the final lap. Now, Max Wright closing in. Not close enough for a go into turn 1, Alex, but it'll be about setting him up either for 2 or for the bottom of the hill in the left-hander at the end of the straight.
Yeah.
Oh, problem there. mistake from Ayres. I think Wright's got... Oh, he's not going to try it. I think maybe the
Someone's
sensible
sliding
option.
Nathan Davis as well in that second pack. To the
Oh,
inside.
he's off.
Coming out.
Anwar Smith has just gained loads of
Spun.
positions.
And he's collided with Brian Holmes. Just a
Holmes, you
small
can see him in the
collision.
background, very wide as well.
Really small collision between them, but enough to send Davies around. I wonder if Davies just got a little piece of Adam McNally's car there. And Johnny Brandon, look how little space he's got there, dear me. Under the cheese bridge.
Max Wright.
Oh, he's so close at the front though now.
Yeah, Max Wright didn't seem to want to overtake Jamie Ayres down that back straight.
Canada corner, that's got to be his place, you know. That's where you're more likely to hold on to it, I think.
Well, it's been proven, hasn't it, in this last... Well, if you're ahead by Canada corner, you usually can keep it.
And then through the carousel.
All about keeping it smooth and setting up the overtake if you're Max Wright, and if you're Jamie Ayres, it's about making absolutely zero mistakes.
Good exit from there, 0.4 of a second is the live gap.
To the King, better line from Wright. Ayres was a bit wide, lost the 10th. About to lose more tenths here. Wright has to go for it. He has to. He can't make the same mistake that was made earlier on, and not going for the win.
He gets it.
And here he comes up the inside. Brilliant move by Max Wright. But is he? Oh, he's not got the drive out the corner though. Can he stay ahead into Bill Mitchell Bend? He's not clear. And through goes Ayres again.
Oof.
Is Wright going to have a look up the inside into the final corner? Or is he going to try and set him up? Going to try and set him up. He's got a good run through the final corner. It's going to be close, Adam.
Very
3
good
tenths
from
of a
Ayres,
second,
actually. He got a great exit, carried a lot of speed there.
Over the top of the hill, it's going to be Jamie Ayres that's going to win the final race of the day here. Road America, yes it is, checkered flag in the air and he wins it.
Yeah, brilliant. Got by Jamie Ayres there.
Oh no,
Race-
well,
Oh,
that was
who's that
Berridge.
spinning? Berridge right on the last lap. Last
Race-
corner.
Race 1 pole sitter Jamie Ayres. Didn't work out well for him earlier on, but he's managed to do it there. Berridge falls down the order behind Kurt, behind Broughton, Grant, and a couple of others.
Yeah, Berridge, he may just beat Lundgren. The line, yeah, he does, and that's 18th place. Still 13 positions gained for Berridge despite all that.
How high he was before that. Dear me. Right then. And we're just waiting, I think, on
King.
on Eddie King, who had a crash with I can't remember who earlier on. Thompson and someone else.
Just to highlight that the drivers use all of the incident points available to them. Andrew Whitehead was 1 incident away from disqualification, along with Michael Barry. Johnny Brandon as well was on 19.
Crazy, isn't it?
Davis 17, yeah, Bibby 17 as well.
6-lap race to pick up that many incidents is...
But it's Max Wright.
Like I said, I think it's a bit daft, to be honest, but getting into a position where you end up with that many.
Max Wright had 1.
Yeah. And
one.
that's why, to be honest, he was the best driver out there in that race. Jamie Ayres did drive a really good first part of the race, but yeah, it was close, wasn't it? Max Wright just reeled him in. And I expected, Alex, once it got to 1 point, I think it was 1.2, 1.3 seconds, I expected not to see Jamie Ayres again.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm really surprised he pulled him back in, so... work.
And Stelian Chepelevsky and Brian Holmes, by the way, got to give a shout out to them. And Anwar Smith as well. 24 positions gained for Stelian, 25 for Holmes, and Smith with 19. Really, really strong work by them. We'll take you through the finishing order then. For round 4 of the evening, Jamie Ayres took the win, ahead of Max Wright, with Stelian Chepelevsky in 3rd, Brian Holmes 4th, Anwar Smith in 5th, and Lewis Bibby rounding out the top 6. Joe McDonald was 7th, ahead of Johnny Brandon, with Nathan Davis in 9th, and 10th Adam McNally. Nick McKerran was 11th, just in front of Kip Stevens, with Andrew Whitehead 13th, 14th Jörg Dankert, 15th for Jack McIntyre. Not too bad for McIntyre in the end, even though he did have a spin, as he was, I think he was collected earlier on. Adam Broughton Grant 16th, 17 positions gained, and likewise for Craig Jones. The Berridge 18th, 19th, Robert Lundgren, Thorstein Helgesen 20th, Mark King 21st, Eddie King 22nd. And the drivers out. Quite a list. Rizzo, Hefford, Beaumont, Roberts, Barry, Danes, Waldock, Edgecock, Hardy, Van Gool, Thompson, Ayres, Murray, Atkinson and Deemer. And it's funny, we had the safety car in the last round, Adam, and I don't think we had quite as many retirements, did we?
No, definitely not as much as that. Yeah, that is quite a few. Some of them, or two of them, down to disqualification, everyone else crashing out. So, yeah, definitely quite a few in that final race.
Indeed. And Alex, what's your thoughts on this race meeting tonight?
Yeah, overall good meeting, I thought. Some good racing out there, some really hard racing. Not as many crashes as I expected, to be honest. I thought it'd be a lot worse. So, yeah, pretty happy with the meeting. It
was pretty clean, and try and get the updated points to you. Will have to be before the next race, the final race of the season, Daytona, which comes next week. On Thursday, the British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship comes to this very circuit, Road America, and that will be a cracking race as it always is in the Kia Optima. And then to the weekend, and the European V8 Supercar Series with Penn Power. That's going to be on Saturday evening as usual. And then on to a bit of a quiet Sunday, I think, Adam.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
For a change. So there we go. But yeah, I'm very excited about the winter's racing coming to the end of season 3. So it should be all good and fun. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us here on Apex Racing TV. And tune in on Thursday, like I said, as the BSRTC rumbles through Elkhart Lake. We'll see you later.